Ben, I'm muscling my way into your kitchen. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
This is Ben from Peppers Clearwater Resort, who is a first time at a Good Living, and we're thrilled to have you here.
Yeah, great to be here.
You've enjoyed a nice couple of days in Sydney. Good weather, good food?
It's been fantastic, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Now, you're going to be making something that you've devised yourself, which is really exciting.
Yep, came from the Kapiti Cheese Plate Awards, which were, the finals were held in February of this year. Yeah, and I was lucky enough to be one of the top 8 in the country.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, no, it was great. The only one in Canterbury, which was a big achievement.
Well done. So what was the prerequisites for that? Did you have to make something with your cheese, obviously? Yeah,
basically they approached you and you had to come up with a dish that promoted one of their cheeses. So I picked the Mount Herbert, which is a lovely goat's cheese tart, goat's cheese. Yeah. So yeah, put it with a nice beetroot tart, and yeah,
you can't go wrong.
No, you can't.
So you're going to show us this recipe, really, how you make it, and then at the end of it we'll have a nice finished tart for you as well. Yep. So let's get cracking. Show us what you're going to do. Okay, well, first thing I did is you've got to roast off your beetroot. So it's got nice baby beetroot here. Look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? Great. So just obviously cutting off enough of the stems. Yep. Still leaving a little bit. Yep. And as they are.
The baby ones like this are really good because they're nice and sweeter than the bigger ones.
Yeah, they taste lovely, don't they?
They're fantastic. So what I do is I just wrap them up in tin foil, bake them in the oven for I put them in for about 45 minutes to an hour until they're nice and soft. Let it sit there for half an hour, and basically what happens is all the juices just steam a wee bit, and it makes them real easy to peel.
So how do we peel them? Do we just do that like with our fingers, or do we need a special peeler?
No, it's because you're cooking them whole like that. Basically, they just helps with gloves, but it all just peels off real easy. So it's great. And
we don't need to add any liquid or anything when we're roasting our baby beets?
No, because all the steam of the all creates steam from the liquid in the beetroot, so it's awesome. Okay. Fantastic, easy as that.
Good stuff.
All right, and for the tart, all I've got here is just a wee bit of sugar, which I've just caramelised a wee bit on the stovetop. To that, I just put my beetroot that I've already peeled and roasted, all ready to go. Just cook them over the heat for probably a good couple of minutes.
When we're doing that sugar on the bottom, I know you make it look easy, but there's a fine line, isn't there, that it can go horribly wrong.
There is. It's not something you can sort of leave. You've really got to keep an eye on it. Because it goes from sort of being undercooked to burnt very, very quickly.
So how long should we be cooking that for?
2-3 minutes. You'll just see it will just start to bubble and it starts to go a nice golden colour.
So as soon as it starts to bubble and get that colour, whisk it off?
Take it off.
Okay.
Okay. So once that's done, just turn it off. It's got about 15 grams of butter, just to enrich it a bit. And then once I've done that, just got a disc of pastry here.
So what kind of pastry is that, Ben?
Just butter. This is butter puff pastry.
Now tell me, how did it take you long to devise this recipe? Was there a bit of experimenting going on?
Oh, there was.
At Peppers?
You've got to practice and get it right. It takes hours and hours and hours. Yeah,
and lots of eating to check it out.
Yep. So what I'm doing now is I'm just tucking this in. Just basically so I'm creating like a bit of a crust.
This is a good idea, doing it in those wee dishes too, because it looks so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Could you do it, you transfer it to a big one if you wanted to and just do the same thing?
You can do it exact same thing. This is it's a French tart, and it's you can do so much with these sorts of tarts. You can do with apples and pears and stuff like that as a dessert with ice cream. It's really, really good. So
exactly the same thing, so don't need to worry about the bottom, just have that lovely casing on the top.
Yep. So it's just like that. You can put pears in it, your apples, bananas, really, really nice, because you sort of get like a banoffee pie sort of flavour to it, which is awesome.
Would you cook your banana first if you're going to do that?
Things like apples, pears, bananas and all that, you just put them in raw, and it cooks and caramelises them, and it just really intensifies them. It's awesome. It's fantastic.
Yeah, sounds great.
So, so that's basically about it. All you do is just put it in the oven, about 200 to 220, and for about 20-25 minutes until it's nice and golden brown.
Lovely. All right. Well, we're going to put that one in the oven, and we'll come back after the break because I know you've got one to show us as well. And you can see for yourself. I mean, that just looked so quick and easy, Ben.
It is. It's fantastic. It's
all right. So do stay with us, because after the break we will be back in the kitchen and we'll show you again some more of this beautiful beetroot and goat's cheese tart using that gorgeous Kapiti cheese. Thank you, Ben. We'll see you soon.